Hello and welcome to the Sephirah Center of Shamanism. My name is Luke, experienced practitioner and mentor of the shamanic and occult sciences. On this channel, we break down all things relating to the ancient shamanic and occult technologies, bringing them into balance with the modern psychology and deep psyche, so that you can effectively integrate these powerful practices and teachings into your day-to-day lives and get real tangible results with them. Today, we're going to be talking about power and the underworld. We're going to be delving into what power actually is, how power retrieval actually works, and its connection to the underworld and the deep unconscious. So if this is something that you are interested in, then definitely stay tuned. So power and the underworld, or the unconscious. To really understand the connection, we need to first look at what power actually is. Power can be seen as the force of transformation, the energy, the current of energy within us that triggers change. Okay, it could be seen as the polar opposite to shame. Shame is an energy that causes stagnation. It could be seen as the projected restriction of what we are worthy of having versus not having. Shame is cultivated through unmet needs. And when somebody has not had their needs met, it can cause them to unconsciously project that shame onto those around them. Yeah. It is a pretty contagious energy, shame. Yeah. Because it resonates somewhat with everybody. Yeah. It resonates with the imprints that everybody stores within their body, connected to their past trauma. Yeah. So we have shame, the force of stagnation, and power, the force of transformation, polar opposites. We need to understand how one impacts the other. Yeah. When we're born and in our childhood, yeah, the inner child could be seen as the most pure vessel for the soul's true, authentic power. So we are naturally carrying that. However, we don't have an ego before the age of 7, which means that we cannot separate ourselves from what is going on around us. So naturally, we are going to absorb the energy of what is going on around us. Yeah. So that basically means that we are emanating this power. The projected shame comes in, causes us to dissociate from our true, authentic power. Okay. Power is different to a soul fragment. A soul fragment can be seen as a fragment of the inner child. Yeah, whereas power is more like a current of energy that initiates change. So when that fragmentation process occurs, we essentially learn that it is not safe to be in our power, and that power becomes encased in a persona that is established as a result of the shame that has been projected onto us. What then happens is that we end up creating a story around that shame, carrying that into our day-to-day lives, and that causes our internal, repressed, unmet needs to then play out in the world around us, resulting in the same relationships, the same dynamics, manifesting time and time again, resulting in repetitive fragmentation and re-traumatization. Yeah, unless the cycle is broken. Okay. And how we break the cycle is that we have to be willing to crack that persona open, crack that shell, and reap the benefits of the power that lies underneath. Yeah. Power is directly correlated to soul fragments. In other words, is directly correlated to the parts of the inner child. Yeah, so when we meet the needs of our inner child, naturally we become more in resonance with our true authentic power. So the two are different but are in direct correlation. Okay, so what happens when the power is fragmented? It becomes encased in the persona that is created as a result of the shame that we have received as children. Essentially, it moves into the unconscious mind, into, you could say, the personal underworld or the personal hell structure. It becomes encased, frozen within that space. Yeah. So we can't tap into it. Yeah. The underworld is also referred to as the hell realms. Yeah, the hell realms that exist within us. Yeah, so in other words, we reject our power because we learn that it doesn't have a place in our world. Yeah. So the process of power retrieval is the process of consciously journeying into your personal hell structure to break the shells that are encasing the power and then learning how to integrate it into your day-to-day life. That is what real power retrieval is. Yeah. It's not a process that can be done in a single healing session. Yeah. There is power retrieval, there is soul retrieval, but they are merely energy transmissions. You could call it attunements or reattunements to parts of yourself that have become fragmented, that you've disconnected from. When you reconnect to your power, you have to learn how to integrate it back into your day-to-day life effectively and sustainably. Yeah. In other words, you have to learn how to hold yourself, hold your child parts, hold your inner child, and ensure that it feels safe to embody the power that it has learnt is unsafe to feel. Yeah. So there's a paradox here. People think that the personal hell structure or the underworld contains just the dark and perverted aspects of the psyche. Yes, it does. But it also contains our pure potential. Yeah. The reason why it goes into the unconscious and it gets repressed in that hell structure is because we learn that it's not safe to embody that. Yeah. Therefore, power and authentic transformation is villainized. Yeah. Causing us to actually feel more comfortable within the false self, which is the shame, the illusion that was projected upon us because of somebody else's unmet needs. Yeah. So what does the process actually look like in your day-to-day life? Yeah. We have to utilize the external world as the mirror that it is. Yeah. Everyone around us represents a part of us. Doesn't mean that you're responsible for somebody else's behavior. Doesn't mean that if you've experienced trauma, it's your fault. Yeah. But there is a mirror in the external world. Okay, we have to use the external world as a mirror to tap into the emotions that are within us, as that is how the shadow, that is how our personal underworld interacts with us through the energies and the dynamics that we come into contact with day to day. Yeah, we need to be careful not to scapegoat those lessons. Yeah, because it's very easy when we see something in the external world that resonates something with the deep unconscious. The ego's natural response is to try and separate from that because it's not safe to feel. Yeah. So we have to be willing, through the practice of power retrieval, we have to be willing to utilize the external world as the mirror and be willing to go through the process of maturing the ego. Refer to it as maturing the ego purely because we are not destroying our ego. We are not trying to destroy it. We're not trying to take 5 grams of magic mushrooms and destroy the ego permanently. Yeah, we are not able to do that. It's there to keep us safe. It's there to create order in our physical experience so that we can comprehend reality from within a physical avatar. Yeah. So utilizing the external world as the mirror to tap into the parts that are underneath and being willing to hold yourself and feel your emotions. Yeah, that's it in a nutshell. But beyond that, we have to be willing to let go of our old layer of skin, of our old identities. We have to be willing to step beyond disempowerment, step beyond shame, and tap in to the pure potential that exists underneath. Okay. When we're learning to really feel and embrace our power, sometimes it can be a painful process because it results in repressed trauma coming to the surface. As soon as we tap into that pure potential, into that transformation or the current that initiates transformation and change within our lives, yeah, we are tapping into the exact current of energy that we have learned is not safe to feel and that we have learned does not have a place in our world. Yeah. So you've got to be willing to change. Power retrieval, the same with soul retrieval, has been framed as something in the New Age as being the power of years worth of therapy in a single session. It's extremely powerful, but it is a process that has to leak through into your day-to-day lives. Yeah. So we have to be willing to journey into our personal underworld, into our unconscious, to tap in to the repressed potential that is underneath, so that we can start meeting the needs of our inner child, so that we can build resonance with the power that we are wanting to retrieve. All of it comes back to the inner child. Okay. So that's everything that I wanted to talk about in this video. Okay. Understand that it is a continuous process. I offer many mentoring programs and healing programs that are tailored to supporting this process, as well as a very powerful membership program, which will give you a variety of different tools and initiatory systems to help you to tap into these hidden potentials within yourself. Okay. But thank you for watching, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe if this video was of value to you, and I will see you in the next video.